Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. This is every day's video. It's Saturday. On Saturdays, I do Cellar Saturday where I drink something off the shelves behind me unless I acquire or someone gives me a beer that is already aged and I think to myself, oh, that'd be a cool one to do. And my friend Matt brought this for my 40th. And I'm like, oh, cool, I haven't had this one before. He goes, well, yeah, it's like 2 years old. I'm like, whoa, really? And immediately I'm like, Cellar Saturday, I'm doing it. So this is their anniversary 9. And it is, I think next month is a 2-year. Oh, no. It's, what's today? I'm filming this on the 6th, and it's actually the 10th will be 2 years. So anyway, usually I don't read this side until I get my thoughts, but I just, whatever, let's see what it has to say. 9 years of hard work, 9 years of refinement, 9 years of the perpetual struggle to get it right. Treehouse has outwardly evolved in the last 9 years, but our spirit remains entirely unchanged. We are a small team that desires to bring you the best tasting beverages in the most comfortable and jovial environment possible. I've enjoyed going to theirs. I've only been to 2 of them, but I want to go to more. So yeah, they do a nice job with that. We will never relent from the earnest endeavor to improve each day. Your support. This is none of this. I was hoping for tasting notes to compare what I was tasting now. So that was a bust. That is in real time what happens when you don't look ahead at things in a review. Double IPA, 8.4% ABV. No hop or hops listed. I don't know what to expect. But proper glass first, and it's going to taste better. I mean, that looks spot on, right? I mean, nothing's looking funky. About a finger and a quarter ahead. It's more orange than yellow, sunshiny, definitely, hazy plus. The head is, off-white, a little bit of yellow and gray mixed in with the white. I mean, if I was doing this blind, I would just think, oh, it's like a New England style IPA, and would not think 2 years on it. Let's get into the aroma. It's very overly ripe fruits. Honeydew melon is the first thing that sticks out to me, like very ripe honeydew. It's a little vegetal, like minty. Some orange definitely coming through. Mango. All right, let's see about the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Matt. It's not bad. I don't taste any canning, like can lining, I should say. No plastic or anything, so that's good. Get a little nervous when beer's in cans for too long. I taste a little bit of the alcohol, which surprised me. That's probably the biggest difference. Bitter, but not overly bitter. Does have that overripe mango or honeydew melon thing. A little bit of mango, definitely some orange in there. There is this very West Coast bitterness. I'll see if I can find the hops or anything. Treehouse is kind of funny about that stuff. If I can find any information, I'll put in the description box below. I wouldn't be surprised if this has something like a Simcoe. A little bit of that catty thing. I'll just call it that so it sounds more pleasant. It has some of that going on too. It's not off. And it's way more on than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be like a super fun one. Like, oh my God, this is crazy, blah, blah. It's not that nuts. But, which is shocking after 2 years. But I wouldn't think Treehouse. I would think, like they lean too much into the bitterness in a weird way. Like that's kind of the weird thing. Like the one, it looks fine, smells fine, like it tastes fine, except there's this one thing that is wrong. And how and I love bitterness. Like you watch these reviews of me doing New England style IPAs. I love when that bitterness hits. Like I like bitter. I'm old enough that my palate likes bitter things, right? And it's just this has a weird bitterness and then a little bit of a weird aftertaste. So that's the two things I can identify that are probably from the aging of this beer and probably were not there fresh. I'm sure I had bitterness, but just not in a weird, the bitterness has gone sideways. That's the short version. But the rest of the experience is actually pretty normal and fine. It's kind of a trip. You know what it has? There is a little bit of a stale thing. That's interesting. With this overripe melon, then there's also a staleness that I didn't pick up on until I had some on my palate. Maybe it opened up a little bit. Maybe I'm just finally noticing it. It was there the whole time. Yeah, there's a pine. That's the West Coast thing. There's this piney. This was the mint thing earlier. It wasn't mint. It was pine going towards mint. And it seems out of place with everything else that's in this beer. But interestingly, that would not be out of place. Even in certain New England style IPAs, it just, like, it's manifesting itself, I believe, as an off flavor. Not intended in like how it's, like it would drink in one that was, I'm just wondering if it has any sludge at the bottom. This is pretty crazy. Like, I thought it would have like a big slug. Well, that probably looks pretty on camera. Yeah. It's, let me put a percentage. It's probably 70% what I would think a beer like this would taste like, and then 30% is just like off weird flavors that don't belong kind of a thing. But yeah, I hope this was fun to watch. It was not as fun to review as I thought it was, because I thought it was just going to be so sideways at this point. But also it didn't hold up like perfectly either to be like a miracle beer. Like, oh my God, you can age Treehouse for 2 years and it's going to taste the same and great. It's just 70% normal, 30% some sideways off stuff that isn't even, it's not like bile or vinegar or anything like super off. But this aftertaste is no good. I cannot wait to stop reviewing this and go drink some water, because this aftertaste is no bueno. That's the biggest miss. But yeah, man, this was in a way fun, I guess. Is that the right word? Have you guys ever had a Treehouse Hazy 2 years old or older? Let me know, comment section below. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and on Tap. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both of those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.